As many of you know, Summit Entertainment has been working on developing a remake of the 1986 film The Highlander. A report has now come out that the studio is pursuing Tom Cruise to play the role of Ramirez, who was portrayed by Sean Connery in the original film. No word yet on how close Summit is to landing Cruise or how interested Cruise may be. Christian, would Cruise be a good fit for Ramirez?
Yes. I love the idea because, and especially if you're going off of what they did in Highlander originally, Sean Connery certainly wasn't an unknown.
Yeah.
And by having that gravitas of, it's Tom Cruise, and because 15 years ago, Tom Cruise would have been playing the lead, or 20 years ago, he would have been playing the lead. But to have him as kind of the grizzly old, been there, done that before, almost like Lestat, though, but in Highlander form, is interesting to me and fun, and to pass the wisdom. That also enables us to be able to cast a more unknown in the lead, because you have Tom Cruise to really lay down. If you have someone with talent, that this could be their role. I'm surprised Highlander hasn't already had a remake, but no, I love this. This is cool.
Mark?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. As long as it's not Tom Cruise from Far and Away, where he did the Irish accent, and he's not trying to do Connery's Scottish accent. But seeing Tom Cruise in something like The Last Samurai, I'm totally sold on this. And like you said, Christian, Highlander is one of those films that you always expected it to be remade sooner than it actually was. I mean, they should have remade the first one right after Highlander 2, The Quickening, came out. They should have just rebooted that. As long as Christopher Lambert gets some sort of cameo in this new movie, I'm totally cool with this happening.
I remember talking, I had an email exchange with a Canadian friend of mine who said, I mean, the only reason I don't like Tom Cruise for this is, you know, he's not Latino, there's not a Ramirez, he's not Spanish. It's like, Sean Connery. I mean, you have to understand the character. You got to understand Ramirez for why that works. I'm all for this. Look, I'm one of these guys where when I say my top 10 favorite films of all time, sometimes that evolves a little bit, but there's always 8 that are always on that top 10 list. The original Highlander is always one of my top 10 favorite films.
Really?
Absolutely. And the second one is one of the worst films ever made. But the first Highlander, I adore.
It's in the top 8. It's in the top 8 that doesn't flip.
Yes, it is in the top 8.
Wow.
So, I mean, for whatever reason, you know, we all have one of those films that just, for whatever reason, for us, it knocked it out of the park. And Highlander is that movie for me. What's really interesting about this is Tom Cruise is not a young man anymore. And this would be the first film we see him take the older guy role. I mean, even in something like Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, Part 7, Q5, whatever they want to call it today, even in there, he plays the young guy, the love interest to the hot girl. All that. This would be the first time he plays the older guy role that I'm aware of, at any rate. Yeah. And I'm fascinated to see him take on that kind of role. It makes me both celebrate and lament a little bit the fact that, you know, Ryan Reynolds for so long was attached to this film as well to play the Highlander. And it would have been interesting to see Ryan Reynolds play off against Cruise, but at the same time, I don't see those two working on screen together, so maybe it's a good thing that Ryan Reynolds isn't there anymore. But I'm fascinated by this. Can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, and also the reason I brought up the unknown is because someone who's got the acting chops to actually be mentored by Cruise off camera and on camera would be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.